you've ever wondered what type of investing apps a financial coach has on their phone, then this is the video for you. Hey friends, it's Tess from WanderWealthy.com, your virtual money coach, and today we're gonna dive into my cell phone and I'm gonna share with you the top investing apps that I use, or the only investing apps that I use. Quick disclaimer, a couple of them before we dive in. One is I personally don't use apps as much as I use the platforms that are good for the desktop or the laptop. I'm much more of like a pen to paper person, sitting there on my desk, calculating things, using Excel, so I kind of want everything to be pulled up before I make any big financial decisions. However, I do have pretty much every app that corresponds with the program that I use on the desktop on my phone in case I don't have access to a computer and I just need to quickly pull something up. I'm on the go and I want to check on my finances, or maybe I feel like I want to spontaneously contribute to one of my investments, which is something I don't usually do, but you never know. The other thing is one of my big pet peeves. I don't even know if it's technically a pet peeve. There's just a big misconception out there. A lot of people will send me emails or message or comments asking me what my favorite investment apps are. And I think that there's a lot of misunderstanding around the fact that there are a lot of great investment platforms that are pretty old school, I guess, in the app community, but they still have app interfaces. Most of the ones that I use are ones that have a desktop version of the platform that also happen to have an app. And that's what I actually really love. There's also very just like only app investment platforms that aren't necessarily recommended by me. I do use one, which you will see, but I just wanted to kind of clear the air on that because I'm much more of an old school, kind of lazy, boring, passive index investor, which is what I think most people should do. And so you're not gonna see a lot of like fun, funky new apps on here. For the most part, you're going to see platforms that I recommend and I personally use that just also have apps. All right, let's dive into it. If there's any other things I need to mention, I will do that. So welcome to my phone. I'm gonna pull it up over here and you'll see that I have a full section or subgroup of all the finance apps that I use, which is quite a lot. I don't use them all the time, but I like having them available to me. And I think, if you don't even have a laptop or a desktop computer, it's wonderful that most of these platforms and programs have app interfaces. So I've ordered them for the most part in order of how often I use them to, I guess, how less often I use them. Not all of these are investment apps, so we're really just gonna focus on the top 6 that you see here. I wanted to start with the app that I use the least, but it's still an investing app, and it's probably the most appy of them, which is Stash. Stash is a platform that is pretty much only mobile based. I'm pretty sure they do not have a desktop interface. And basically, Stash lets you invest into what I've kind of recently saw is they will let you invest in individual companies, but the big draw to this app is you can invest in things that you believe in, you want to have, or that you like. So it's kind of channeling your investment energy into things that you really feel that you can get behind instead of just kind of throwing your money out there. They do this by grouping companies together and allowing you to invest in funds of the groups of those companies in things that, like I said, you believe, you want, or you like. So it could be companies that are doing the right thing or providing clean and green energy to the world. Or if you're like me, my portfolio, the 3 that I have picked out are one, rolling with Buffett, which is just purely investing in his Berkshire Hathaway company in the Class B of that level stock. Class A is like extremely, I think it's couple $100,000 just for one share. Class B is a little more reasonable, around $200 a share. But what Stash does is they allow you to buy partial shares. So through this fund, so to speak, it's not really a fund, it's just one company, I'm able to contribute, $50 at a time and get invested with Rory B. The other 2 funds that I have are companies that pay out quite a bit in dividends so that I can get some regular passive income, and then the destination and recreation because I'm always traveling, I'm eating out a lot, I do a lot of entertainment spending, and I figured maybe this would be a roundabout way to get a return on that investment. Now here's the thing. Stash for me is purely my fun money, money that I'm so willing to lose. And I don't personally even invest in it on a regular basis because I really wanted to kind of cap it just to play around with the app at about $1,000. So I keep about $1,000 in here. I know that I'm more than willing to lose this money because to me, investing through Stash in a lot of ways with all of the different funds they have put together or investing in the different companies, to me that's still speculating and kind of taking part in active investing. And that's really not my jam. If you guys have seen any of my previous videos, I think it's still fun to invest, especially in companies that you might feel passionate about or you're just particularly interested in, but you have to realize that this money, if you're gonna pick and choose the individual companies or funds that are built around kind of a random concept, then it needs to really be money that you would be willing to lose. So I like to say keep it to 1 to 3% max of your portfolio. And for me, the $1,000 is a very small percentage of my overall portfolio. And it's just, this is an app that I do for fun. It's not long-term prudent financial planning by any means. All right, the next app we're gonna go to is actually not in order, and it is Charles Schwab. And I can't quite open it because it knows that I'm in Europe, so it wants me to sign in with a European account, which I don't have. So it's not gonna work for me, but I'll just put a screenshot of the app interface right here. Now, I've been using Charles Schwab for years. They were the first broker where I opened my first ever investment account and started investing my first dollars. And Charles Schwab has a long history of being in this world. They are a very established brokerage company and they offer an online discount brokerage. So you can get online, pick out your ETFs, mutual funds, stocks or bonds that you wanna buy into, plus many other bells and whistles, which I don't necessarily recommend, but it's up to you. And you can get started in investing with them for as little as $100 a month if you set up automatic deposits. Charles Schwab is one of the platforms that I use for more of my long-term investing, and I really like that I have the flexibility to pick and choose all the individual things I want to be invested in, make sure that the allocation is appropriate for me, and I can get invested for really, really cheap. Schwab is definitely the old guy in the app world. Their interface is less user-friendly, but again, a well-established company, not having to pay investment management fees, and having all sorts of every kind of investment you can imagine available to you is a bonus for using a traditional discount brokerage platform. All right, moving on, I'm going to go to Betterment. I'm sorry, I'm going out of order. So Betterment is a robo-advisor and they're really built in the new age of investing. Betterment will help you set your goals, determine how much risk you want to take and when you want to achieve those goals, and then help you figure out how much to contribute on a monthly or a weekly or a random basis in order to reach your goals. They basically take care of everything. They're really offering this advising without a human being doing the work. It's a computer doing the work. And because they're much more of a new age company, they are very mobile friendly and have a really awesome user interface when it comes to their mobile app. Pulled up, they give you a snapshot of all of the money that you have invested with Betterment. And then as you scroll down, you can see all of your different goals broken out. And then they give you details about whether you're on track, what the balance of each of those goals are, and any other information you want. You can toggle over to see recent activity, any sort of additional contributions you've made or dividends that you've received. And then they also have this great chat service. So you can actually talk to a financial expert by going into their app, and it's basically like text messaging with an expert if you have questions about your portfolio or anything else. It's super easy to deposit money straight from the app. All you have to do is select the account you want to deposit to, and then because your checking account is already connected behind the scenes, you just have to type in the amount and hit deposit. And just like that, you're invested. All right, the next official investing app that I'm gonna be showing you is new to me, and it's coming to become one of my favorites, and that is M1 Finance. M1 is also more of a new age kind of investing company, and I like to call them a hybrid between something like Schwab, a traditional online discount broker, and a robo-advisor like Betterment, because they offer you the flexibility to pick and choose whatever stocks or ETFs you want want to be buying into, but they have kind of a robo-advisor feel, because once you set the allocation you want to be investing into those ETFs or the individual stocks, then every contribution there on forward, they're going to take care of the rest. They're going to make sure that you're hitting that allocation. So there's a little bit of manual work plus some automated work that I think blends exactly what I personally want and need in an investment company, in a platform or an app, and it just works out for me. Plus, their user interface is super sleek and really easy to use. You just have to pick the stocks or the ETFs that you're going to put into your portfolio, or you can build individual pies for different goals that you might have, and then you just set the allocation percentage. So you can see this circle that I have here. That could be a pie. For me, it's my total portfolio. You slice and dice how much you want to be invested in each of the pickings that you have. I personally use ETFs, and then for every dollar that's contributed here on out, they're gonna slice it up based on your target allocation that you set and make sure that it gets invested. Unlike most discount brokers, M1 does allow you to invest in partial shares, which is really awesome because they're gonna try to put every dollar to work for you, and that is very similar to a robo-advisor as well. So in a sense, you're getting kind of the best of both worlds. I'm new to the platform, but I'm really loving it, and both Schwab and M1 Finance are two platforms I'm personally using while I walk you through how to invest in my new investing course, the Invested program. It's gonna be officially launching in February of 2019, so if you wanna learn more about that and learn how easy investing can be using passive index investing, then join my free 10-day investing 101 bootcamp. Go to wanderwealthy.com/invest to find out more. All right, the last two apps, they can technically be investing apps. For me, I use them to help inform my investing, but I don't personally invest through them. The first one I'm gonna show is my most used finance app on my phone, and it is my Ally Bank mobile app. I think they have a different app for their invest side, and Ally does provide investing. I just don't personally use them for most of my investing, but I personally love using Ally Bank as a banking solution. You guys know, if you've seen some previous videos, that I am an avid multiple savings and checking account user. I basically budget using multiple bank accounts in partnership with my anti-budget. But the multiple bank accounts help me stay organized to make sure that I'm on track for hitting multiple different savings goals. And then when it comes time to spend money, I can see how much I have in each of those accounts and what that money is specifically for. So it makes my life super easy. But what I love about my app when it comes to investing is I can super easily log in, check my balance, see if I have the money appropriately in the right account in order to then go into another investing app and make that investment. So that's really what I love using my mobile banking app for when it comes to investing. The next and final app that I'm gonna share, which again, you can invest through this app, I believe, but I personally don't, is Personal Capital. Personal Capital is a financial aggregator, and what they do is basically you link every one of your financial accounts and they pull it into a great financial dashboard so you can get a snapshot of your money situation. I think the first thing you probably see right off the bat is your net worth, which is great. I think net worth can be a really good benchmark for you to use to measure yourself up against your previous self. But what I love about Personal Capital when it comes to investing is they're really awesome investing portfolio snapshot views. You can link all of your different investing accounts, which I have a ton, not necessarily recommended, but there's tons of people that have employer-sponsored retirement plans, which you can easily link up to Personal Capital, and then maybe you have an external retirement or other brokerage account with another company, and you can link that up to Personal Capital too to pull both of those accounts into the platform and see your portfolio as a whole. I think it's really helpful to look at the allocation so that you can know that the allocation is appropriate for your situation amongst these multiple accounts. And there's also just a ton of other great resources and information when it comes to investing in Personal Capital. You can check up on your retirement and how likely you are to reach your retirement goals. And they even have a fee analyzer, which I haven't found in the app, but they definitely do on their platform on the desktop. So either or, it's great to have both, to have them on your device. I use Personal Capital not only for investing, but also to randomly check up on my finances. And because they do link every account, I can also link my credit cards and see how my spending is going throughout the month. And although I don't personally use it, they do also have a budgeting and cash flow tracker. So that's it. Those are the, I guess, 6 investing apps that I use. If you guys are interested in seeing all of the different financial apps that I use, then comment below. And I would love to know what financial, specifically investing apps that you guys use and love. Go ahead and leave that in the comments below as well. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up so I know to make more app videos, review videos of different platforms, or whatever you guys would like to learn more about. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you want to learn more about investing, start building your own personalized investment strategy, then come sign up for the 10-day free investing bootcamp. Go to wanderwealthy.com/invest. And until I see you there, happy holidays, and I hope you wander wealthy.